Okay.
Am I getting paid for this?
Yeah,
I'm just
for sure.
So you have to be like, hi, my name's Dom and I'm American.
Do we need to introduce ourselves?
No,
Okay.
don't have to. So, what state do you have born in America? Your hometown?
I'm from Colorado.
Colorado?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Oh, I'm from Denver. I forgot to say where in Colorado.
Yeah.
Denver.
So, how is it like in the United States? I mean, the atmosphere or background of the state you live in?
Well, for me and him, it's different because I'm from a little town.
Yeah, you go first and I'll go second.
All right. It's good. It's really slow. I live in a small town. Nothing special. I work, I come home, I pay my bills, and then I do it again.
How about you?
I'm from I would consider a pretty major city in the United States. So it's a lot like I'd say it's a lot like Beijing. It's not as developed as Beijing or like New York, but it's definitely like relevant, you know, in the in the U.S. as far as like developed cities go. Not too big. Population isn't that big, not that many people, but the quality of life is pretty high, I'd say. Like compared to like other less fortunate countries. I don't know if I should be talking like that, but in the world, I'd say making a living in the Seattle is a lot easier because you could not have a degree and you could be a server at a restaurant and make 40 to 50,000 US a year.
Oh, a month.
A month? That'd be insane. And that's like just as like basically what I'm saying is like the job is a lot like laborious and like less like with less benefits. But if you wanted to, you could be a server and make just as much as a teacher would, like a middle school, high school teacher in the United States. But I'm just using that to like, you know, make an example of like how much easier it is to live.
Yeah. And my place is my standard of living is basically just as high as I'm not from Denver. I'm from the mountains. It's basically the same standard of living.
Yeah.
It might even be better because it's so small and slow.
Yeah.
Like I never really have to leave my town. I walk to work. I cook for a few hundred people, and then I go home. I have an apartment. I have a car. You know what I mean? All that stuff.
There's not really like how it is in China, where it's like if you're from the countryside, you're really poor, and then like if you're from the city, then I mean you're rich.
Yeah.
Like in the states, like a lot of places, the countryside, the people have way more money than the people like in the city. It doesn't matter. Like it just depends on what people like, where they want to live. Like yeah. Because most people have cars. Like most families do.
Like for the most part, you have to have a car.
You need a car. Like everything's like all spread out. Like that's
because my town only doesn't even barely have a grocery store. So like if I didn't have a car, I'd have to walk for like a day.
So you're saying that not only rich people willing to live in the city, just they live in wherever they want to.
Yes, I'd say so. Yeah.
A lot of rich people, they go way up even further into the mountains than where I live in buildings.
So how was the education in the United States? I mean, primary school, middle school, or high school?
I think I'd say. Well, I don't think Dom has either, but I don't think we've ever went to school anywhere else, like besides in America. I'd say the quality of schooling is pretty bad. Like, I
went to school in Germany for a year, but I didn't even speak German, so I didn't really understand what was happening. So I don't think it counts.
Yeah.
So why do you think so bad?
Well, I don't mean like it's necessarily like it's not good. I just think that I definitely believe that like if you want to like study, your resources are there.
No, that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah.
Like if you want to study, you definitely could.
Yeah.
But like,
there's definitely resources.
but it's definitely easy to just not study.
Yeah.
just
like
be
it's
gone.
definitely like I'm just saying like it's not good as in like it's really like the course material is really easy and like anyone can graduate like from high school. Like there's not the same kind of pressure that you see like over here in China. That's all I'm saying. like if you want to do good, like it's all about like your
like taking
yourself.
your own
like,
initiative and stuff.
taking your own initiative and like signing up for like what they call AP classes, like college course classes in high school, and like and then like you have all the resources you can have, but like as far as just like
I think
what they require of you is very minimal. It's like it's basic, very basic. That's what I think in that sense.
I don't know how it is everywhere, but I think like you said, like the resources are there, but you have to go get them yourself. Like there's no system in place for like to help you along in some sort of path. Like you just have to really know what you want and then really go out and get it by yourself. Like and then you know it's expensive to go to college and stuff like that too. So that's what I think.
Yeah, and I also think like the average like Americans like parents is like expectations of your kids schooling is like it's very lenient comparative to other countries.
Yeah,
like they by the GPA system like what like goes to 4.0, and that's 4.0 would be all A's, like 100%. And then so if you were to have like a 3.0, that would be like 80%. I can't remember, but like that's considered like decent. 3.0, you know.
Yeah.
Like I know it's a lot of Asian people like 80%, like that's like, you're getting slapped or something.
One of my students came home the other day with a 95 and got in trouble. She come in because I accidentally got there early. And so I was waiting, and she came through the door like scared, and her mom was like, "What's up?" She's like, "Oh, I didn't do good on my math test." And I was like, "How much you get?" She was like, "I only got 95." I was like, "What? You would be getting money for that in America. Your parents would be paying you. They'd be like, what, 95?"
Seriously though.
Yeah.
So how do you think with the culture difference with the education? Because most of the Asian countries are compelling their children and students to study hard and get into the good universities such as like Peking University, Tsinghua University, or Sora, whatever it is. How do you think about as your own in your own experience in the United States?
Well, I think like it depends on like the family. Like I know a lot of families that their parents are like just as strict as like Asian families, and they do expect that their kids like at least make it to like, I mean, Ivy League or like a Cal school in California, or like even University of Washington. That's a really good school, but like on average, I feel that I don't think there's nothing you can do about it. Like if this kid doesn't want to, if he doesn't want to study, then you can't
really make him.
Yeah, you can't really force anybody to do that good. Like I think it's unnecessary pressure that ends up helping nobody.
Yeah,
that's my opinion on that.
Yeah. In my little town, there a lot of kids don't go to college, and their parents don't really expect them to go to college, and especially because
it's so expensive to go to college.
It's way too expensive, and the people where I'm from, they can't afford to send their kids to college, and kids can't afford to send themselves to college.
So they don't go.
So that's why I didn't go to college. That's why I came to China, because now I'm paying like a couple $100 a year to go to college, as opposed to however many thousands of dollars I would have had to in America.
But considering the benefits of graduation in colleges, maybe there would be a definite advantage for finding a better job.
I think in America there's not necessarily an advantage, because like I know a lot of people who have masters and stuff, and you know what they do? They work in a restaurant and they make as much as I used to make. The only difference is they're paying back huge amounts of debts. You know what I mean? And I don't have, and I didn't have debt, so that was the.
You really have to like know like why you went and got your major and why you majored in that, and you have to like keep your like goal like in line this whole time. You can't like change. Then it would be of use to you, because like that's what you're knowledgeable in. But if you're one of those like I'd say like most students who just I like literature, so I majored in literature, but then after I graduate there's no job for me. Like me and Don, we have a friend actually he just went to BNU last year, but he majored in international relations, and now he's flipping dumplings at some Chinese restaurant back in North Carolina. You know what I mean? Like just because like you can't find a job because it's just his major is just so like vague. You know, you can't do anything with it.
It's vague, and plus I feel like so many when everybody goes to college, then like having a degree isn't really special anymore. Like, you know what I mean? You have to, besides having a degree, you still have to have something else to provide.
But to answer your question, like, it could definitely be like a tool to help you like improve, but you really have to like understand how to use it before you go ahead and decide on that. It's definitely like you could definitely like do other things if you didn't want to go to get a degree. You could definitely do like other things that would like help you in 4 years just as much as getting a degree. Like, I don't know, like get like a couple of certificates in like whatever like really specific thing that you want to do.
Yeah.
Or like go out and like meet somebody. Like, there's a bunch of things you can do. It's not the only option. That's what I'm saying.
Sometimes just getting in the field and working in it for 4 years might actually put you in a better position than going to school for it and then starting off brand new.
Fact.
Yeah.
So let's stop the first interview and let's go.